Hi, good evening. Today is December 27th, 2025, and it is 11:37 p.m. U.S. Central Time. My name is Rinaldo J. Aguiar Marcano, and I'm recording this video from my home located at the 2302 Britton Ridge Drive, Katy, Texas 77494. And this house is located 300 feet away from the house of Robert Mueller, who was the director of the FBI for several years. And that is relevant to this conversation. Um, so I'm a little bit over 2 hours ago, I recorded a video in which I basically time-stamped information I received from an informant about the possible existence of a letter. So I've been looking for that letter for the last 2 hours, and I found it. So I'm just recording this video to memorialize that, right? To put that on the record with the timestamp, right? So, and it's again today it's December 27th, 2025, and it's 11:38 p.m. U.S. Central Time at this point. So I'm going to show you the letter in a minute. Just sorry for I'm having a bit of trouble concentrating because this is pretty shocking. Honestly, it feels surreal. Like this is a movie or something. Like that's the feeling. I mean, how did the informant know that this letter was here in my home? It has to be true. There's no. I mean, looking at it, thinking about logically, I see it's pretty much impossible that this is not true, right? I mean, that this is not a bank account. So anyhow, I'm gonna show you the letter. I'm wearing gloves. And it's not to be dramatic or anything. It's just he told me to handle it with care because the paper is very delicate and it gets stained with, like humans, we have grease on our skin naturally, right? He warned me about that, and he also told me that it may contain fingerprints, right, from when they manipulated, because they probably didn't foresee that I was going to find this letter and understand what it has, right? So it may contain fingerprints that may allow authorities to trace it back to the people that handle it, right, with their hands. So that's the reason why I'm using the globes to manipulate it. I put it in a pocket, in one of those plastic pockets that. But let me show you that. I don't know how well you will be able to see it, but it's exactly like the informant described it, right? So I'm gonna approach it to the camera. I don't know if you can see there. I'm gonna read the important parts to you, but you can see here the footer. On the footer of the page, I think that's what he was referring to. Okay, and I'm gonna read to you what it says. I'm gonna read it so it gets recorded, but I'm gonna, of course, take a picture of this and send it to the IRS, right? So, uh, so the letter, right, is supposedly a letter from Nelio to my former partner, dated supposedly April 23rd, 1987. So, 40 years ago, right? Supposedly. So supposedly she was. Yeah, I mean, this is it's kind of silly, right? So supposedly she was 7 years old, but she has perfect writing. Like, I don't know. Anyhow, in the footer, it says, so it has letters, right? And I'm gonna give you the letters: A as in apple, M as in Mike, R as in Robert, O as in Oscar. So Amro dash bank. So it does seem like a bank. Comma, DEN as in Nicole, space, H as in Honduras, AAG as in golf, and then comma, and it has a number. It says number 43.92.72.777. And then it says Slavensburg Bank N.V. comma Rotterdam, and Rotterdam is an important banking center in Europe. So it's ROTTERDAM, comma, number 64.01.34.912. Then it has a dash and it says Giro, GIRO. In Spanish, Giro is like a transaction number. It says Giro number 2395313. And then underneath that line, it has another line and it says B as in Bob, dot, V as in Victor, dot, Hotel Bel Air, Den Haag, HAAG, dash, number 79623. In het, spelled HET, and then it says Handels Register, HANDELSREGISTR. Van Decay, Bankay, and then it says VOOR apostrophe S dash Gravenhage. So GRAVENHAGE. And then it has a bunch of, it has small captions that I'm almost unable to read. Like I think I need to find my glasses to be able to read this. But it has a third line with a smaller caption. But those captions don't seem to contain numbers except for 1977. It's the only number in that line. But you see, like this is, I don't know. And on the top, it says Hotel Bel Air, Johan de Whitland, 30. And it has a telephone number 070572011, telex 31444. And then underneath it says 2517 Jaden Haag, The Haag La Haye, Holland. It's in Holland. So supposedly it's a hotel in Holland. But this thing that is a bank, right? That is on the bottom, in the footer, it's in Rotterdam. Let me see, where is that? Exactly. Yeah, the Netherlands. Yeah, so it's strange, right? So the hotel, right? The hotel that it's on the top of the page, that address is in Holland, in La Haye. But the information at the bottom is in the Netherlands, right? And it does look like multiple bank accounts. Now, Hero, if I don't, I'm not sure about this, but I think Hero was also a denomination for it's like a routing. It was like a routing number that was used in Europe years ago, like decades ago. I don't know if that's in use still, right? But I've seen that word in the context of wire transfers before. So I don't know. But again, like you can see that, the letter exists, right? Exactly as the informant told me. So pretty shocking, really. I don't know. I think I have to, take some time to process this. But I wanted to record that I found it, right? And I'm going to send it to the IRS. So with that, I'm going to close this quick video, and I'll see you on the next one.